What's up, folks? Heidi's morning update. It's about 3:50 a.m. I apologize. The last couple of days I've been traveling, and I'm going to travel again today, so I'll be back full time Wednesday afternoon. So video starting Thursday and Friday of this week. Again, I apologize. Low just now hit 43.75. Europe markets are just basically opening at 3 a.m. is typically when these excuse me, these start to move. So a little softer, nothing crazy. Upside level. What I'm really watching is this 26.30 level, 23.30 level as a hump to get over that. So if we get above that 43.30, I can get on a bullish stance. 61 would be our next level, followed by 44.70, and then your 93. You could look at 85, but I think that 93, and then, again, it came shy. I think everybody was looking for that 4,500, and it kind of nipped it. Now, the other question is, did we ramp up? Everyone got bullish. We opened here, closed here. Everyone got really bullish here. And then it kind of seems like we topped out, and we're kind of heading back down. So we'll see. But you can tell there's some singles up to basically 44.20. So I think that 23.30 is going to be an interesting resistance, and then above that, I think I could get on a bullish stage. 43.70 is your next level down, and then I would that 43.41, 43.50, 41, that area I would assume would be defended. 27 would also be an interesting level, and then you get what's called a roll gap, I guess, depending on where you rolled. I don't even know if that is a thing, but this is a gap on my chart. So and then we look back at 43.04, and that was pretty much a double top here. We're really a line where we hit a wall of consolidation before that ramp up. So. And that roll into the September contract. So that's going to be something else. But as of now, it looks like that that 75 is below. It bounced up. So whatever news that was has or that open, it's kind of come back. Here's your wick on that one. Pivots today are pretty good. 43.98 your pivot. 44.16 R1, 43 R2, and 60 R3. I like these today, especially the downside, 43.71, 43.54, and 43.26. So I would look at these pivots. Again, the SPX equivalents are, Joey puts those in. So here's another look at that pop, and then we've kind of started to come down. Now, again, we've come down. Do we find a base, on the retrace that's not quite 50%? It looks like a little bit more. And then we head back up, or do we come back into this volume area of this 51.35 where we sat for so long? Again, when we move away from all of the volume, it tends to come back down to it. I'm not saying we're going to do that, but just to keep that in mind, that we did sit here for a long time. So all that volume sitting here, when it goes up, that means, somebody won and somebody's offside. So we hit back down here and get below it, then, vice versa. Your 50 days first spaghetti action there is 42.24. So we'll keep an eye on that. Your weekly chart, 45.28 was really that tippy top I was looking for. Obviously, we didn't get there, quite shy, but that's still something I'm eyeballing. And then here's your monthly TPO with your bars. So you can kind of tell it's up, down. And we've got most of our volume here at 44.15 is your POC for that monthly. So a lot of news coming out of Russia. So we're going to look at the wheat chart. Now, the wheat started ramping up last week on weather-related news. Now, typically the weather-related news is not until July and August in the agricultural commodities. But also this was something that I watched during the Ukraine war when it began, because the wheat market's really going to tell the story of the severity of what's going on over there. and we ramped up crazy, and the wheat was all over the place when that initially happened. So 66, 65 is the 200 day, and that's something that I was watching. And I thought we were going to kind of top out and come back down. That red bar there, that rejection was perfect on Friday. That was like almost too good, right? So you hit the 200, stopped, and came back down. The physically traded commodities really like the 50-day and the 200-day moving averages. Your point of control for your yearly volume is 800, but you also have a huge spike up here at 827, and then again you have a lot of volume right in here. So we'll kind of watch that because it's right back into where the volume is. So we'll see, but this is definitely looking bullish. So keep an eye on that. Nat gas is also higher. So those are the two commodities I'm going to be watching to kind of gauge whether or not all the news and craziness coming out of Ukraine, Russia, the coup, everything like that is real. Those are what I'm going to watch. And right now, honestly, this is saying that there is some sort of fear, because this is a crazy move actually. So then the question is, was this part of the weather, or was this anticipation of what was going on? That could have been as well. I don't know. Sometimes that will happen. Euro, 111, 107 until we break that. I'm neutral right now. It's basically unchanged today, so we're just going to kind of keep an eye on that. Cash gaps left above 66 to 81 and 86 to 88 and 09 to 4,400. So these would definitely be SPX upside targets, either just shy of it or gap fill. A lot of times, remember, they come up and they'll hit just shy of that. So like a 67 would be a resistance before we came back down. So definitely keep an eye on SPX. Cash gaps upside, and then you have this one down here, 42.21 to 42.41. I wouldn't worry about that little guy. So, but I suggest you mark those in your charts because they do become decent levels. Anyway, economic news, nothing today. So we're going to kind of see, and it'll be all the weekend news digestion to see how that goes, and then we'll get into Tuesday, nothing crazy. Thursday, you got Powell speaking at 2 a.m. That's odd. And then jobless claims, home sales, personal income, PCE. So we'll see if Friday, Thursday, Wednesday have those news come out. So if there's any effect, but we'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, I will be in the room off and on, and then no videos. The next video will be on Thursday morning, and again, I apologize.